Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Matt.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Megan. I'm Lauren.
And we're some of the Veggie boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. We have got a gloomy day here on the farm, and that is a telltale sign of what is in store for us today. The remnants of Hurricane Nicole are moving up the coast at the time of recording. And we're gonna be hit with it today. I think just using the word hit is an understatement because we are expecting all day rains. It hasn't started raining yet here, but as we can see from outside, it's looking pretty gloomy. So I don't know what we're gonna be working on today, dealing with an all day rain, but we'll find something to do. I'm just working on morning chores at the moment. I'm working on getting the farm market swept, and then we'll get it set up. You're okay. Just got finished taking everything out of the cooler, and we've also filled some stuff up. I'm not expecting to have a lot of customers today with all the rain coming, but we'll see what happens. What are you doing? Dad's back from the wholesaler, so we're just working on unloading his truck. Some of this stuff needs to be put out into the farm market, and then the rest of the stuff is gonna go right on the shelves. We just have to work our way through the pallet and see what we have. I can't believe you're telling her she can't play, Matt. What? I can't believe you're telling Callie she can't play.
She wants someone to push her around in the shopping cart. She loves people jumping out at her. Actually,
since we got the farm market all set up, we came down here to start working on the animals. But Joel was down here. He was working on taking care of animals and grading some eggs.
Cows were super happy to see me. Now they're enjoying some silage and some grain.
Now, some people may be curious with all that rainy weather coming up, if we have to do anything different with the animals. The rainy weather never affects the animals too bad. All of our animals are under roofs. But one thing I have noticed is we like to make sure that there's plenty of bedding. Usually when wet and rainy weather come along, it does get a little cooler. So we try and keep everything nice and dry for the animals. And when you keep everything nice and dry, that helps to prevent against disease. And if you can keep your animals healthy, then that's a really good thing. Now, since we're gonna get some bad weather today, I think it's a great time to talk about the greenhouses. The other day when we were working on the greenhouses, I got a few questions about them. I mean, we usually get a lot of questions, but I don't mind, I like questions. The questions were actually about the blow-up motors that we use to separate the two layers of plastic on the greenhouse. With the possibilities of high winds coming from this storm, we wanted to take a quick look at our greenhouses just to make sure that our blow-up fans were working correctly. Now, the blow-up fan is actually inserted into the first layer of plastic, and then it puts a bubble of air between our top layer and our bottom layer. And this bubble that is created by the blow-up fan actually serves as a protection in two forms. One, it creates a barrier between the two layers of plastic, and that helps to insulate the greenhouse. We have this pocket of air in between the cold and warm weather. So that's one way that these blow-up fans are beneficial. But the second reason we're looking for right now is it allows the top layer of plastic to stay tight. You see, I can't grab this. No matter how hard I try, I can't grab onto the plastic because it's so inflated. And with the bad weather coming, we don't want any opportunity for the air to get trapped in the plastic or pull it off the top of the greenhouse. So by keeping everything tight, it doesn't allow the wind to do that. So all of our greenhouses have these blow-up fans, and every single one has this pocket of air between them. And since we don't have a lot going on today, I thought this was the perfect opportunity to show you. You can see here how it just springs right back. I saw a few questions about the blow-up fans, and it's pretty neat how they work. They keep this pocket of air, and we're really thankful for those blow-up fans, because if we didn't have them, the top layers of these greenhouses would rip right off. And here comes the rain. Something that's nice, so we're finally getting to the point in the year where we're gonna be able to get everything cleaned up. We do our best throughout the year to try and clean as often as we can, but you guys know how busy it gets. And now we'll have some extra time on our hands. All right, everyone, we made it up into the farm market. It is lunchtime. We had a few jobs we were working on this morning. I didn't have the camera with me. But for lunch today, we're having sausage and halushki. Now, as I mentioned this morning, we do not have much going on today. Something we do need to take care of, though, is we need to bag a few bags of potatoes. So Dad and I are working on that right now. I will say, even though it's raining, the weather's not the best, at least it's not super cold out. The weather's kind of on the warm side. You know what's interesting is I have a sister-in-law, and her name is Nicole, but she's not Hurricane Nicole. But we're dealing with Hurricane Nicole. I'd much rather deal with my sister-in-law Nicole than Hurricane Nicole. But it is what it is. You gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. Now you all are gonna start noticing a theme, and that theme is bagging potatoes. As you guys have seen from the past few videos, we've been spending a lot of time making sure that the farm market is filled up. Now, it's not like we're just bagging 5 or 6 bags every time. It's just that they're being sold so quickly. So we're trying to stay on top of it. Our bin is almost empty, so we're gonna need to wash more potatoes today, but they've just been moving so fast. I think it's a good thing that we're moving potatoes, keeps everything nice and fresh. And I was speaking to a few customers that were purchasing potatoes yesterday, and they said they've had great flavor. Probably from the dry year, everything seemed to have great flavor this year. Let's just hope all the potatoes stay like that. Oh no, Dad's in a little bit of a dilemma. He ran out of string. Hey, did you find your string yet?
No, I haven't found it yet. I know I got string somewhere, but I have no idea where.
Where even are you? I can't see you behind all the potatoes.
Here I am.
After we finish bagging our potatoes, we move them to the scale. And after you've been doing this for a while, you can kind of get close. But there's some times where the potatoes are a lot heavier than you expect them to be. We got our crate and the weight of the bag tared already. So now I'm just trying to get everything as close to 10 pounds as I can. When you're weighing produce and selling produce, you always want to be a little over. You never want to be a little under. So whenever we're selling produce or bagging potatoes, we always try and put a little bit extra in, just in case.
Daniel claims this is the right string.
Daniel's never been wrong before, so I think we're good.
How many potatoes are you putting? You're putting like 20 pounds in a 10-pound bag.
Oh, nothing to say about that one. Was that one perfect?
Well, there's not perfect, but it was close enough.
We got the rest of our white potatoes bagged up. These were the only ones that we had washed. So we're gonna need to wash some more of those. And in the meantime, Matthew has got started on bagging some red potatoes. We're looking to get a nice supply of 10-pound bags up in the farm market, so we don't have to worry about doing this every day. This is the way it works. By the time we get finished bagging potatoes, we need to wash some more. That way we always have potatoes that are ready to be bagged. I'm so happy we didn't have to pick up the last harvest of potatoes off the ground. That'd have been frustrating. I'm glad the machine worked. We have a good amount of potatoes now washed, so that should be everything we had to do down in the storage area. And we don't want to take the bags up because it's raining and we don't want the bags to get soggy. So we're just going to carry up a few bags, and then once it's done raining, we'll take the rest up. Got it. Uh-oh. Oh, no! This one? That one?
The top.
Oh! After we got done with potatoes, I just ended up inside the farm market. Callie was in there, so I played with her for like the past hour, which was a lot of fun. I don't like when we have days like this where it's wet and rainy and sloppy and there's not much to do, but I do enjoy having a little free time. I know one thing is certain. I can't wait to get out of these wet clothes. I'm tired of being in the rain today. Yep, that's all the turkeys. Ah, those are some big looking chickens. I just got back down into the farm market. I went up to the house and I got a nice warm change of clothes on. I was tired of being wet. But while I was up there, I grabbed some information that we had about the test plots, and I'd like to go over some of it with you. Now, there's a lot of information there, so I'm not going to mention everything. I'm not going to mention all the test weights. I'm not going to mention all the moistures that we had received. But we did notice something interesting with the day varieties up to the point where we got 95 day varieties. Now, a lower day variety corn is not going to yield as much as your later varieties, but we did notice up to the 95 day varieties, everything below that wasn't yielding what it should have, and that was probably because it was so dry. But after that 95 day variety, the varieties that benefited from the late rains that we had, those varieties shot up when we look at the bushel per acre. Now, interestingly enough, the moistures didn't shoot up, which was cool. We would have thought because we had more rain, maybe a little more moisture, but no, it looks like the rain just added to more bushel per acre. Some good yields that I saw, we had a 108 day variety get 215 bushel to the acre. We had a 107 day variety get 208. Then we got a little bit younger here. We had a 98 day variety get 198 bushel to the acre, which is really good. The moistures were about the same from the 95 day up until the 102 day. The moistures were running around 16 to 17%. But once we got up into the 105 day and beyond, the moistures were sitting around anywhere between 18 and 19%, which is a little higher, but that's to be expected because it's a late season corn. Now, we do raise 109 day corn here, which we're pretty happy with, and what we've seen yielding out in the fields has been pretty good, but the test plot was also really good. So those were some numbers, and those are some things that I picked out and I wanted to share with you. But there's always more information about corn plots and bean plots, so we'll have to share more of that next year. And while I have you all here, I'd like to give a little shout out to Rock Rooster. They sent me 3 pairs of boots, actually. They sent me one for myself, one for Matthew, and one for Daniel. They would have sent one for Dad. I asked him. He said, no, I don't need a new pair of boots. I tried to get him to take a pair of boots. Rock Rooster was willing to send him boots, but he just didn't want boots. But anyway, these are the new boots that I got. If any of you are interested in some comfortable new footwear, check out rockrooster.com. I have a link in the description of my videos. So if you use that link and you use our code, you get a little discount, and it even goes to benefit us. So that's pretty cool. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Rock Rooster. Yeah, new pair of boots. And I was needing a new pair of boots. I kind of worked through my old ones. Matthew needed a new pair, Daniel needed a new pair, and I needed a new pair. So I just appreciate that they were willing to do that. Well, I think it's due to the weather, but we haven't had any customers for a while, so we're closing up. We're gonna get everything put away, and we're done for the day. Now, it is a special day, Dad. Do you want to tell them why it's a special day?
Well, we're closing early because it's Grandpa and Mimi's anniversary, and she has all kinds of things planned for Grandpa, and it's gonna be exciting, I think.
Yeah, it's Mom and Dad's 33rd wedding anniversary. But anyway, can we get a big happy anniversary to my mom and dad in the comments? They would appreciate it.
Can you imagine they call cauliflower, the short thing for cauliflower is Callie? Do you know that?
Everything is put away in the farm market, and now I'm heading up to the house. Now, we are gonna have a few extra people in the house tonight because it is Mom and Dad's anniversary. So even though the family's still coming over, we are gonna have date night, so that means we're not eating here. And since it's date night, that means this is where we're gonna end the video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!